so glad you're here. My name is Dr. Marilyn Scott, and this is Healthy Living with Marilyn. This is episode 10, series 4, episode 10. This is our 55th show. We are rocking this show. Yeah, girl. We are really rocking this show. I want to welcome all of you to Healthy Living with Marilyn. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're on Facebook, and you make comments, please make comments, send your emojis. However, I will not be able to answer your comments until after the show, but I promise you, you mention me, you say a comment, I will get back with you after the show, and you can bet your bottom dollar on that. I want to welcome you if you're on YouTube. I want to welcome you. We simulcast my show, Healthy Living with Marilyn, on my Facebook channel and my YouTube. So if you want to go to YouTube, go to Healthy Living with Marilyn Living, and please subscribe. I'm trying to promote more people to go to my YouTube channel so I can get more subscribers. Makes me look good. So I want to welcome you, and I want to welcome my guest. I don't have a co-host anymore because we do a half-hour show now. So I'm trying to do the Keep It Simple method, the Keep It Super Simple, the KISS method. And I want to welcome my dear friend and colleague, Andrea Starr from Imprint. She works at Cobb Technologies over off of Brook Road. And she is the head of a nonprofit organization called Imprint. Andrea, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
I really appreciate it.
Really excited to be here.
So I want you all to know about Imprint, because when she first started talking about Imprint a while ago, I thought it was, we're working with paper, we're working with copiers, I didn't know what it was. So explain to people what Imprint is.
So you're not far off when you talk about the printers and the copiers.
Really?
Because Imprint is the charitable arm of Cobb Technologies.
Okay.
And Cobb Technologies is a local family-owned business that has been in the area, been in business for almost 29 years.
Wow.
And they sell and lease copiers and wide format equipment. We have managed IT services. Everything is in-house. So it's a wonderful business, local family-owned business that has always been very involved in their philanthropic efforts. Mm-hmm. And hence, that is how Imprint came about. When the company was getting ready to turn 25, the president of the company, Tony Gorvet, had approached me to chair a committee which would allow our employees the opportunity to become more engaged in outreach efforts. Mm-hmm. And even though Cobb had always been very involved in their philanthropic efforts and had actually donated it's now over, but at that time, close to $1 million since
$1 million, friends. That's a lot of dough.
Back to the community.
Mm-hmm.
So, but there wasn't a focus area. There wasn't a concentrated effort. And so after we spoke, we decided we really wanted to see if we could come up with a concentrated effort to focus our outreach endeavors, in. Mm-hmm. And it was unanimously decided that we wanted to work with disadvantaged kids in the community.
That is, kids, we're talking about loving kindness what are we talking about tonight? Remind me.
Loving kids with kindness.
Yes, I got it mixed up. I'm a little tired tonight. Trying not to be tired. I'm trying to be on my up A game, probably on my A- game, but it's okay. It's okay. So Andrea and I are in a networking group called Synapse, and Synapse has 32. We've got like 32 groups.
We are number 32.
We are number
32.
When I started with Synapse, I was one of the founding members, and I was in 001, which was Habitat for Humanity, and there wasn't any other Synapse groups at the time.
And Habitat for Humanity is still here.
And Habitat for Humanity is still here, but I had to step down after a year, a little more than a year, because my little Jacob was born, and I stopped my world for my little Jacob for 3 years. I basically took care of him for 3 years. So you have to make choices. That was a real hard one for me to make. But I finally got back into Synapse just this past spring. well, winter, I guess. And I am a member of 013, which is Tricycle Gardens, and they help with urban farming, because all Synapse groups are affiliated with a nonprofit organization. And Imprint is the other one I'm in. I'm in two different ones. I'm in 032 because Andrew came to me one day after another networking meeting that we were in, and she said, Marilyn, can you please come to this meeting? I really want you to come to this meeting. And I said, okay.
So, and I'd love to explain why it was so important for you to come to that meeting.
Oh, yeah, I want to know, because I still don't know why I was supposed to be there.
So I want to share with you, first off, I think the concept of Synapse is
awesome.
Beyond incredible.
Right.
Because it allows not only an opportunity to meet a community of people that are all very community-minded,
right,
but it allows all of us to learn more about all of these other amazing nonprofits that are in our area that you wouldn't otherwise know about.
I didn't know about half of them.
Right. So once Synapse kept coming up, I kept hearing it over and over again, and people would encourage me to go to a meeting. And it's hard. We're all trying to find...
We all have a life.
Balance, and we're busy, and we're working. So, you want to make sure that you are spending that time in places that are meaningful to you as well as to others. So once I finally attended the first meeting, I said, oh, my goodness.
The light bulb came on, right?
Oh, okay. What's happening?
No,
okay.
I mean the light bulb came on for you. It's like
the light bulb,
aha moment.
Right. The light bulb came on, and decided I should have, I should have looked into this a long time ago.
Right.
I really need to be involved. And once I attended a few meetings, I heard what they were all about, met some incredible people. I knew that it was important that Imprint
be part of
could hopefully be part of the Synapse community and have a hub of our own. So it's something that's been a long time coming, that we've been working really diligently in being able to put together. And it was important for me for another reason. As a nonprofit, I am involved, like we talked about, in other networking groups too, which are incredible people, all doing incredible things, but it's a different dynamic.
Right.
So to be able to give back to all of these incredible people that I had met along the way through other networking groups, and have this avenue where I can thank them, I can bring them all together, I can have this incredible team, and I can say, thank you for everything you've done to support us, and I would love to introduce you to all of these other incredible people that I've met that are doing the same type of things that you're doing. So that was a huge part of why I wanted to be involved, and why I wanted to be able to have a hub for Imprint.
So why'd you ask me? Inquiring minds want to know.
I asked you because you are one of the many people who has been not only incredibly supportive, but you have helped spread awareness. And you also are a huge part of a community of people that help one another and give back. And ultimately, that's what it's all about.
It is. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah. I appreciated her because it's stepping out. It's a 90-minute meeting every other week. So we've got to block out of our schedule every other week a 90-minute time frame. And it's longer than that because you have to count travel to and fro.
Sure.
But the meeting itself is 90 minutes, and they are absolutely dynamic. So if you want to know more about Imprint and you want to know more about Synapse, get in touch with me or get in touch with Andrea. Like I said, I was in the very first Synapse group where we didn't have hub hoppers because there were no hubs. And I have seen it grow exponentially. And one of the things that I decided to do was, when I got back into circulation, I was going to go rejoin Synapse again. I did not realize that I was going to wind up joining two hubs, but those are the hubs that are really close and near and dear to my heart. And speaking of near and dear to my heart, I've got this book. It is called The Grandfather of Possibilities. This book was written by my editor who helped me with my book, Be Amazing, Powerful Results Are Just a Leap Away. And she wrote this book about her husband. And her husband's name is Ron Klein. And Ron is my coach. He is the dad I never had, truly. And she talks about what he has done in his life. Ron Klein is an absolute legend. He is, and he's very humble. And he said to me one day after I wrote my book, he says, Marilyn, whatever you do, he says, I want you to stay humble. So I work on that all the time. You know, I don't go in there with a big head. I don't say, well, I'm an author, I do this. No, I don't do that. You know, I just don't. It's not my thing. You know, I went up to Nova, I went up to Northern Virginia this week, and I didn't sell one book, but boy, I gave a whole lot of books away. A whole lot of books away. So anyhow, this book, The Grandfather of Possibilities, you can learn all about Ron Klein, how he created that magnetic strip on the back of your credit card. Mm-hmm.
How cool is that?
He did that. And he said to me, I said, so how'd you do that, Ron? He said, oh, it was easy. Well, easy for you. Not easy for us, but easy for you. He also created the MLS listing for realtors. So realtors could easily sell houses and buy houses, and so it would be easier for people to do the same. And then one of the magnificent things he did is he created the computerized system for Wall Street and for the New York Stock Exchange. He used to work up there. The guy is a genius. He is the most loving man. He is my coach. He is my fellow senior millennial, because we are both senior millennials, along with Arlene. And I want to thank them so much for helping me get through and get my book done, because I wound up, from start to finish, publishing my book in 4 months. Pretty amazing.
Wow.
Yes.
That is
I did it in
amazing.
exactly 4 months. I started February 2nd, and I finished on June 1st. That's when I pressed publish. And when I pressed publish, he was on the phone with me, because I needed his support so I could have the courage to press publish, because when you do press publish, it's done.
There it is.
You can't touch it. So, and here is my book, Be Amazing, Powerful Results Are Just a Leap Away. I am going to have a book launch on Saturday, July 21st, this coming Saturday. And if I have not sent you a snail mail invite, I apologize. I've tried to get all them out as much as I can. But I'm having it at Gather up in Short Pump from 2 to 4:30. And I'm not just doing it to launch my book. If somebody comes in that I know, I'm going to promote them. You come in, I'm going to talk about imprint. I'm going to put you up there with me, and I'm going to talk about because it's not just about me. It's about everybody else that has helped me, that has been my rock, that has been my absolute support. Truly, it's not just about me. This book is to help inspire and motivate people. And people have asked me, is that you on the front, Marilyn? It's like, no, that's one I wish I will do. That's on my living list. I'm on the back of the book. That's me on the back of my book. So, and that's what I'm doing. It's not about me. It is totally not about me. So if you want to come to Gather on Saturday, July 21st, which is in 2 days, at 2 o'clock, let me know. Send me a text. Send me an email. Give me a call. 804-350-0034. That's how you can get in touch with me. And we'll hook you up, and you can come in, and I would love to see you, truly. I would really love to see you. We're also going to simulcast. We're also going to put this out on YouTube. The gathering is going to be on YouTube, because Michael's going to be there, and he's going to do my YouTube channel for me that day. I won't simulcast it on Facebook, but I will do it on YouTube. I might simulcast on Facebook. We don't know. You know, things happen. So
See what happens.
But what we've been doing with imprint is book bags, right? We're doing the book bag thing now, right?
Well, we're doing multiple things. So back to school is getting ready to happen here. Believe it or not, summer is almost halfway over.
I know. Where'd it go?
Yeah. So in the
Where
blink
did
of
it
an eye,
go?
in the blink of an eye. So we are gearing up to collect school supplies and really in need of book bags.
Yeah. New book bags.
New book bags. So,
If they're gently worn, what are you doing with the gently worn ones? You're giving them just in case somebody needs a book bag later.
correct.
Okay.
So if book bags get worn out, the teachers have
And they do
them.
get
the
worn
staff
out.
has them. Yes, they do very quickly. They have them to replace and use them as a backup. So these book bags are distributed to children at the Elementary Intervention Program, which serves kids K through 5 in all of the Henrico County public schools. These are kids that are having behavioral issues. Many times it's caused from things that might be going on at home, so it allows them an opportunity to work with staff in a much smaller class setting, and they're able to receive the resources that they need to help get them back on track and be able to integrate them back into their home school. So for each child, it's all varies different with the time.
Because, the teachers can see the children in the classroom, but they don't know what happens at home after they're done.
Right.
And they might not have a meal or something, and the only time they get to eat maybe will be breakfast and lunch at school.
So the children that are in this program are kids that are at risk.
At risk.
And these are the disadvantaged kids that we really are focusing our efforts on. So in hosting, when the Elementary Intervention Program hosts this back-to-school event in August, we will come in and volunteer to serve the food, cook the food, help with the activities.
And when is that going to be?
That will be held August 21st.
Okay, put me down.
So
I'm already volunteering my time, so put me down.
Thank you,
I'll be there. Really,
you.
I'll be there.
We'd love to.
I have to be home in August. I got too many birthdays in August.
Yeah.
And one big birthday, my grandson's birthday, 14. He's gonna be 4 on August 14th. If I'm not there for that one, I might as well not show up. Yeah, that's a big one. He's going to be 4, so. Yeah.
Well, an exciting way that we end the evening is we pass out a book bag to each child as they leave. And the children that attend this event are the kids, the students that were in the program the year prior.
Okay.
So it's very exciting for them not only to have a new book bag, but to have new school supplies. We take these things for granted.
We do.
And these kids don't typically have that.
No, they don't.
So we've been able to do a lot with assisting this program. We were able to provide gym equipment so the kids would have physical activity during the day. We are getting ready to fund a sensory therapeutic room for these kids. So as they become agitated, there's a safe haven for them where they can decompress, and there are things that they can do to get them back on track so they can behave appropriately. And then we also were able to provide them with over 700 books to establish a school library. So even though this program serves kids in Henrico County, the funding for each student goes to their home school. It does not go into this program. So it was very important to us that we were able to assist them with as much as we could, because these kids are already at a disadvantage. And we firmly believe that every child deserves to have the opportunity for academic success.
Right.
And that's what we're all about.
I agree 100%, because as you know, I feel our children, and I hope you all agree with me out there, our children are our future. They are the ones that are going to keep us supported. They are the ones that are going to be there for us when we get old. I mean, really old. I'm a senior millennial, but I got a long way to go before I get old, really old. So it's important. It's important to love your children. It's important to take care of them. And we take that for granted. People, they go to different big box stores, and when they have the tax-free time at the beginning of August or something, people go, and they don't think about it. They can buy crayons and pencils and pads and, glue sticks and whatever else that they need, and a book bag. But these kids can't afford that. Their parents can't afford that. Many times they are working 2 and 3 jobs, and a lot of times there's too much month left over for the paycheck. And doing something like that, being able to afford a book bag is almost impossible.
Well, and we're not talking about just book bags. Many of these kids can't even afford food. So
I know.
We do food drives for them also throughout the year, and are always looking for ways that we can collect non-perishable snack and drink items, and we provide these to the school so that when the kids come in, they get a free meal while they're there. But when they go home, many of them don't eat till they're back in school the next day.
Yeah, and
so it's crucial for us to be able to
help them out.
And it gives the staff an opportunity to throw some snacks in their book bag so they have something to eat until they come back to school the next day.
Right. Because, when they're not fed right, when you don't get the right food, and sometimes they might get food at home, but it might not be the best food,
Right.
you know. It makes it difficult, and sometimes it deals with their energy, and I'm big on energy. A lot of people don't quite get energy, but
you know,
you have to have the energy to function during the day. And it's true.
absolutely do.
And a friend of mine, Lisa Hazelgrove, is having a workshop on Saturday, July 21st at 11 a.m. I think it's still 11 a.m. I'm not quite sure, but you can get in touch with her at lisa@lisahealthy.com. She's going to have it at Residence Float and Sound. It's a very interesting place down on the south side in Sycamore Square, where it's a really neat place to go shop. The shops are in houses. It's not just a regular strip mall. It's very, very unique. And Residence Float and Sound, it is a float facility. She has a sound room in there, which I've gone in there, and she's got all little lights, and it's like a galaxy. You go in, there's lights everywhere, everywhere. It's so cool. She has a sauna there, an infrared sauna, and Kathy Griffith owns that. But and I'm a member down there. I just don't always get a chance to go because it's on the south side, and I love the south side. I've got the passport to get to the south side. You know, that's a big joke, but I don't always go to the south side because I live over in the West End.
Right.
You know. So she's talking about vibrational energy, and wants to help people who want vibrational peace. So she's having this workshop on Saturday, July 21st. It's before my book launch. So she's going to do that, and then she's coming to my book launch because my book launch is from 2 to 4:30. So if you want to go to her, I think it starts at 11 o'clock in the morning. You can get in touch with her at lisa@lisahealthy.com for more details. It's designed to help you understand how our energy field is impacted by our environment, emotions, and other people. You know, I feel a lot of people's energy, and when I feel negative energy, I get the flu-like symptoms. Not fun. Not fun. So if you want to get in touch with Lisa, it's lisa@lisahealthy.com. She will be more than happy to talk to you about it and enlighten you about what she does. So what I want to talk about right now is how important it is to take care of the children that we have, and how important it is to be grateful for your children wherever you are, because they are healthy. There's a lot of children out there that are not healthy. And some of those children are not healthy because of their diseases or whatever, but they always don't get to eat. And my goal is to make sure that every child is getting food during the day at some time. And what I want to do, I'm doing a book launch, like I said, this weekend. I'm going to give a portion of my proceeds to Imprint, because I feel it's very important for these kids to have something.
Thank you, Marilyn. That's
You're
very
welcome.
kind of you.
You're
and
welcome.
I think it's important for people to also understand that, you know, we hear about, you know, third world countries and kids not having food there, but people need to know it's right here in our backyard.
It's in our backyard. There's third world right here.
Prevalent
right
here in our backyard, and people need to just understand that. I think there's a misconception. People think, well, we live in Henrico County,
everything's hunky-dory,
and
it's
there
not.
isn't a need, and there is. You couldn't be more wrong.
Try going to the East End. Go to the East End of Henrico County.
That's correct.
That's where, and there's food deserts out there. Richmond has more food deserts in their city than most cities in the United States.
That is a fact.
And that is a fact.
That is a fact.
And a food desert area is a place where there is not a grocery store within a mile. So you can't just go to the grocery store. You have to get in your car or take a bus or take a Lyft or an Uber to get to a grocery store. That is wrong. That is so wrong. You know, and I want to tell people, just remember, it's not all about you. You know, Judy, my business partner, we were stuck in traffic one day. We were down at Virginia Beach, and we went to an Imagine Dragon concert. It was amazing. I didn't know what Imagine Dragon was. I had no clue. And then I found out. My millennial guy said, "You're going to an Imagine Dragon?" It's like, yeah, what is it, a play or something? No, Marilyn, that is an up-and-coming group. And they were amazing. But we got stuck in traffic, and it took us 45 minutes to go a mile and a half because we were in the correct lane to go right, and everybody else was cutting in front of us. And we would say, it's not about you. It's just not about you. So you get out of that. Because it's not about you. Go out and help somebody. If you have something that you can give, be grateful for what you have. and spread the wealth because it's important. It's really important. When I go downtown, I always make sure I have water and snacks for the homeless. You know, we're all one paycheck away from being homeless. You know, we really are.
Well, and again, I think there's a misconception that I can't help somebody because I don't have money to give them. But you know what? It's not all about the money. It's about your time. Mm-hmm. It's about what service you might be able to provide. Mm-hmm. And it might be just about that you have some snacks in your car that you can pass along to somebody who's hungry.
Right.
So there are so many things that we can all do together to make a big difference. And I like to say, this was a quote from Helen Keller, that, you know, alone we can do a little, but together we can do so much.
So much. And together we are going to do so much. So how can they get in touch with you, Andrea?
I can be reached at email, which is imprint@cobbtechnologies.com. Mm-hmm. That's my email address. You can also check out the website. The website is www.cobbimprint.org, and that's just been redone. So please check it out. We also have a Facebook page. You can. We'd love for your likes on our Cobb Imprint Facebook page, and you can also connect with me on LinkedIn. So lots of ways to be able to get in touch. How
do they find you on LinkedIn? How do they get in touch with you?
It would be...
What's your LinkedIn? Andrea Mandel Star?
Andrea M. Star, Andrea Mandel Star, and that's S-T-A-R-R.
Yeah, there's two R's. She's special. She's got two R's at the end of her. So, you know, because she is a star, definitely. And I want to thank you so much for being on the show. I want to tell everybody, remember, go out and do something for somebody else. Be grateful for what you have, because there's other people out here there who do not have. And that's why when I went up to Northern Virginia, I gave away a bunch of books. I didn't sell one book, but I gave them away. Why? Because I want everybody to be amazing. I want everybody to have an amazing life, because remember, powerful results are just a leap away. Truly just a leap away. So I want you to go out and do something special this weekend. Go out and have some fun. Give to somebody else. Love your children. Love other children, too, who just don't have.
And it will make you feel so good.
It will make you feel...
It is so rewarding.
It will open up your heart and your life to new avenues. To new avenues of things you've never thought about, places you've never been, and children that you can really help. Because remember, it's so important to be grateful, but it's also more important to go out and make somebody's life amazing. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, Andrea. This has been a great half hour. I want to thank all of you, truly all of you, for joining us on Healthy Living with Marilyn. By the way, on August 10th, I am going to be the keynote speaker at Network Dr. RVA.
Wonderful.
Yes, I hope you'll be able to come. Network Dr. RVA is an organization that I am a member of. It's a networking group. Gloria Pimenta is head of it. And one of Andrea's dynamic colleagues at Cobb Technology, Peter Larson, is the MC, and he is absolutely, if you've never met Peter, you haven't met anybody, because this guy is absolutely amazing.
Does a great job moderating.
He does. Yeah. He's a great facilitator, great moderator. And so catch me at August 10th on Richmond, what is that called? Network Dr. RVA. Yeah. Catch us this weekend. Please come to my book launch. It's not just about me. It's about everybody else. I just wrote a book. I am just promoting it to get everybody to feel amazing. I want to thank you all so much for joining us tonight, truly. And I know I've said this before, but I hope you all have a wonderful week. And we do this at the end every time.
Awesome.
We place cheers.
Cheers.
I hope you all have a lovely weekend. And remember, be amazing. Love you all. Thank you for joining us.